Okay, so I just wanted to make a quick little video of myself expressing this thought while it's fresh in my mind. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but just in case. So, there's been a lot of talk of all sorts of different weird things lately, and the way I can see it at the moment is, technology is advancing at an awfully incredible rate. Now, there's something that I have kind of had knowledge about for, I'm going to say at least 10 years, that I'll try to put in a bit more of a layman's term for you and explain why that's important as I can here briefly. So, for those of you who are not aware, there are four fundamental forces of our universe that basically govern everything. So they are the strong nuclear force, the weak nuclear force, gravity, and electromagnetism. Now, the way I see it, the weak nuclear and the strong nuclear, they are the physical reactants. Even as we see here, we use nuclear fusion and such like to create tremendous amounts of energy, whether it be destructive or non-destructive, that's not the point. It's still the same energy, okay? And then we have gravity, okay? So gravity is essentially what's, it's keeping us here on the planet, it's keeping us locked down, and it's also, we suspect, is what's causing the great attractor, which is basically causing our universe to span out even further into the multiverses, if you will, perhaps constantly expanding. But gravity is basically what's holding it all in place. Now, most people have pretty fundamental understanding of that, but where their knowledge lacks is in the field of electromagnetics. Now, the thing about electromagnetics is, imagine that as like it's the fabric that holds it all together. So you've got the strong and the nuclear, which are colliding and creating all kinds of fissions to create physical matter. Gravity is holding it all in place, and then imagine electromagnetics is like the net. The net is holding everything in position, sort of where it should be. And then, and electromagnetics all around us constantly, every day. Yes, they are used in cell phone towers. No, I'm not getting conspiratorial here. They actually are. That's how that technology works. Same with countless other devices around you, your smartphone, even your own brain. Your own brain and your own body functions on electromagnetics. If you don't believe me, you can look into TMS therapy and find out what that is. That's using electromagnetics to basically provide a relief from very extreme depression. It's sort of a new form of ECT, which is, the classic electroshock therapy. However, far more effective because it's actually using electromagnetics, which is the wavelength that our brains function on. Anyway, to continue that point, there's a lot of exploration into space travel and such like at the moment. Elon Musk is doing some pretty remarkable things. NASA seems to be dragging the line a bit, and a few other places, but we're still working on it. So there's been this theory for a long time that if you wish to traverse space or space-time, if you so will, that basically you need to bend that fabric, right? So as the old principle would show through the sci-fi sort of stations, if you can imagine, you get a flat piece of paper, fold the paper in half, and then shove the pencil straight through, and that's how you go. So you're not going from one end to the other, you're simply going straight through. Now, the question has always been, well, how do you do that? And the answer to that is you need to manipulate the electromagnetics that are surrounding your craft or yourself or whatever it might be. It's an electromagnetic shield that literally will surround your craft and then is pulling that fabric towards you. It's what's doing the folding, okay? And what is folding is the electromagnetics, okay? And the thing is, we know how to manipulate electromagnetics, not brilliantly, but we're learning, hence TMS therapy and modern smartphones and such like. We are learning these things, and it will only be a matter of time before this is figured out. I mean, it's to me, it seemed somewhat, when the thought occurred to me, it seemed pretty open and shut. Having said that, I've been researching electromagnetics for the best part of 10, 12 years for various reasons. With my other mild knowledge of physics and such like, to me, this would seem like a workable theory. Always open to debate for these things because that is how scientific progress works, and we do not progress as a society if we do not put forward ideas or have them refuted, or are open to having them refuted either. If someone would like to prove this 100% wrong, please, by all means, go ahead. If someone would like to add to this and perhaps look at the theory, that's brilliant too. Not fussed, because it's all about scientific progress, and we need to progress as a species to not blow ourselves up or to get off this mud ball before we do. Cheers, guys.